Howdy y'all. How are y'all doing? I know I said I would make a video every day until I reached a certain amount of subscribers, but y'all should have known that wouldn't happen. But I did get a new background. It's waves. Can you tell? It's really cool. It's like one of those change your blind things. My brother Jeff gave it to me. Shout out Jeff. I think we should just start every video with a shout out to my brother Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. Sorry the audio and the lighting is bad. I'm not a YouTuber. Like, I really just make this to vent, I guess. Like, put something out into the world so it dissolves from my life. This is one of those stories that haunts me. I think about it every now and again and I get shivers. I'm trying not to be too loud. I live in an apartment complex and I don't want to wake up my neighbors by me shouting in an empty room by myself. This story begins with a little bit of background knowledge. I am low-key or maybe high-key, kind of a theater person. And I hate saying that because it has such a stigma with it. Like, I know, okay, I fucking know how theater kids are. They suck. All of them just sing Hamilton, won't shut up, like at lunchtime. I know. Hear me out. I loved theater. And I performed at my state's thespian conference. Thespian is another word for someone who just does theater. It's just like a dumb word for it. I can't breathe. I don't breathe when I talk. It's horrible. So yeah, I performed at my state's thespian festival and I got invited to perform at International Thespian Festival. And basically that's just like the title says, it's international. Theater idiots from all over the globe gather in Lincoln, Nebraska for a convention that goes on for 7 days. Sounds like fun, right? It sounds bad on paper, but I swear it's fun. So this was my first year going, and I got invited, so this was like a big deal for me. I was like low-key getting a little bit of clout for it, but whatever. This was the summer after I graduated. So I graduated in May 2018. So this festival happened in like June of 2018, I believe. Okay, so here's the thing. At International, it stays in dorm rooms, like because it's held at a college in Lincoln, Nebraska. University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Duh. So basically, everyone's just supposed to stay in like these dorm rooms, right? I didn't want to do that because I was like,
I'm a grown-ass bitch.
I'm already graduated, like I'm not staying in a room with a 17-year-old theater bitch. Decided to take it upon myself to buy a hotel room. Great idea, right? I do absolutely zero research, like absolutely zero research. And my mom's like, you gotta do research. And I was like, Sorry, this like video is really boring, but I mean, this is for the chill people. Chill is just a nice way of saying boring. This is just a boring story time. I just like to talk, okay? Leave me alone. I have to talk quietly. I'm not Shane Dawson, circa, what year is his weird kitchen phase? Like 2016, 2017. So yeah, I was like, I'm not staying with these theater ass bitches in a dorm room. I'm grown. So I buy a hotel after doing approximately 15 minutes of research. I pull up and I was like, it looks like run down.
I'm so sorry. I'm about to say like so much. Bye.
Like, there's like crackheads like on the outside of the like hotel and they're all like conversing and like one is like a girl, like a crackhead white girl, and she like has her shirt tied up like in a little knot to her boobs. And I was like, you know the type. And I was like, maybe it's just bad on the outside. I was like, maybe it has like character. So I go in. This was mistake number one. I checked in to the hotel. Actually, I don't even know if it was a hotel. I think it was technically an inn. Kind of a cross between, it looked like a motel, but it was big like a hotel, if that gives you a visual. And this bitch was long. Like, she took up a huge chunk of the block. Like, there was like 2 sets of whatever the fuck this was. And I was staying in the first set. And the first set was the nicer suites. I don't know why my ass didn't just stay in a Holiday Inn, my cheap ass. I was like, I can get a cheaper deal. I could totally, like, I'm not trying to like clout chase, but I was working at Claire's at the time and I was making pretty good money. I could have stayed at a Holiday Inn. By the way, if y'all want a story time for how fucked up Claire's and icing is, hit me up because I have so much tea, like so much tea. Like, I don't even know if I'm legally allowed to spill all of it. But I worked there for 6 months, so I could. Let me know. Nobody comments. Damn it. I don't know who I'm asking. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to myself. So I check in, mistake number one, and how do I put this? How do I put this diplomatically? Well, first, let's talk about the amenities. The pool, empty. The pool was completely empty. Like, no water, no, just like a hole in the middle of the, it was weird. I don't know, I just spilled some of my Coke. I don't know if y'all have ever been to like a motel where like, how do I explain this? So you're on the inside of the hotel, okay? You're inside the hotel, and then there's floors. You can see all the floors like around you, and then there's this middle center, like, and usually there's like fun things in the like amenities in the middle. So this is all on the inside, and it's like rooms, second floor rooms, and then like an entertainment area. In that entertainment area, there's an empty pool. And then to the right of that is a bar that is non-functional and under construction. And apparently it had been under construction, like according to Yelp, 2000, I think it said like 2016, 2017, like years, like that bar is not happening. And then to the left of that, this is my right. To the left was a bar, to the right was an arcade. But all the games were really expensive, and they were like the stupidest games. Like it was like a knockoff Space Invaders and like a weird ass zombie shooting game, but like I don't think the guns worked. Like, and there was like a photo booth, but the photo booth didn't work. It was like a fucking trap house. Like if you would have told me that that was like where drugs are like distributed like throughout America, I would fucking believe you, because it looked fucking horrible. Like there was literally like mold all on the walls. Like it was all concrete on the floor. Like why the fuck did I could have stayed at Holiday Inn. Like even a La Quinta. Like that would have been better. But why did my ass stay there? I don't know. Anyways, I digress. By the way, this isn't sponsored by Coke, but Coke, if you want to sponsor me, baby. That was disgusting. The people who hate me in my hometown right now are watching this like, who the fuck does she think she is? Okay, anyways. Along with the beautiful amenities, they forgot to mention that one of their amenities was a empty bucket catching whatever the hell was dripping from the ceiling. The bucket was also overflowing with whatever liquid was coming out of the ceiling. What was coming out of the ceiling? Was it plumbing? Was it sewage? It wasn't raining outside. What the fuck was in the bucket? Like, it was like yellow. Was someone peeing in the bucket and I just didn't see? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. It was conveniently located right outside my fucking door. So that leads me to the suite. So I walk in and no, it's not horrible. Like, it wasn't the worst hotel I've ever stayed in. Well, that's not true. It definitely was the worst hotel I've ever stayed in. That's why I'm making a story time. But like, it wasn't, I'm not a complaining ass bitch, but it's like, fine, whatever. So yeah, the room, everything just smells musty and dusty, like as hell. I don't know why my ass didn't just pick up my shit and leave. I think it's because my mom told me this would happen, and then it happened, but I didn't want her to be right. So my Aries ass was like, we are staying in this hotel, okay? Like, this is my hotel now. This is my home. In fact, I'm gonna live here. Like, this is my new address, because I'm so fucking stubborn. For no reason. Like, literally no reason. My mom was just trying to help me. I kind of look like an ugly Michael Jackson. We're not gonna talk about that. I stayed in this hotel for 5 days. So, of course, my ass had to perform, but here's the funny thing. The funny thing is, I caught pneumonia. Everything is stupid in my life. Every single thing is so stupid. So I stay there for 5 days. I catch pneumonia. I am violently ill. Like, I have never been this sick in my entire life. Things are coming out of every end, like even my ears, like my fucking eyes, like everything. My body was shutting down. And it actually was, because, okay, we'll get to that later, but for now, you need to know, I didn't know this at the time, my body was shutting down, my organs. So I was completely revolting. Of course, my ass still performed. I still made it there on time. Of course, my ass still went to the workshops. I still was dancing. I was learning all this shit. So I'm throwing up. I am a mess for 5 straight days. Like, I can't eat anything. I can't even look at water. Like, I am a mess. I am so sick. And then finally I call my mom and I admit to her, because she didn't know that I was sick this whole time. I was like hiding it from her because I'm a dumbass. Like, I'm literally stupid. To everyone that knows me, anyone who has ever known me can attest to that. I'm an idiot. So I call my mom and I tell her I'm sick, and she was like, it was probably the hotel. And I was like,
do you think it's the hotel? Like, no, like, there's a bucket like outside my room that I'm like breathing in every night, but like, I don't think it's the hotel.
And she was like, it's the hotel, go to a Holiday Inn. So I was like,
all right, let me go to a Holiday Inn real quick.
At this point there was like, okay, so it wasn't 5 days, 4 days, because I was gonna say there was 3 days left. Oh, I forgot to add, this hotel was so bad, they didn't even have cold water. I had to buy a membership, a black card membership at Planet fucking Fitness just to take a hot shower every night, because I was like, my ass is not showering. So I would literally just, at least I was working out. I was working out every night at Planet Fitness after hours of dancing and singing. It was exhausting. It was the worst. How much even are Planet Fitness black card memberships? That wasn't necessary. That was too expensive. There was no reason that needed to be done. The checkout process. Of course, it couldn't be easy. No way. So because I had booked for 7 days, these bitches were not letting me fucking go. I almost said passed. I was so passed. I was so pissed. So they wouldn't let me go. Like, I went the first time and they were like,
okay, we'll come back. I'm gonna see what I can do. Come back in like 25 minutes.
So I came back in 25 minutes and she was like,
so I'm still like working on stuff, so come back in like another 25 minutes.
I come back, I give them an hour. I give them a whole hour. At this point, I'm like booking the reservations at the Holiday Inn. I'm like packing all my shit. I'm trying to fucking bounce. So I go back and I'm like, listen, I need to go. And then luckily this time it was a different girl. So this girl, the first person I talked to was the manager, Miss
25 minutes girl.
And then this new girl, she was the shit. She was so bomb. Here's the thing. This bitch looks at me and is like,
you know what? I don't blame you at all for wanting to get the hell out of this place.
And I was like, excuse me? And she was like,
I've only been working there for like 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm already quitting because this hotel is under extremely bad conditions.
And I was like, spill the tea, like, really, what's going on? Like, at this point we were friends. And she was like, so right above your room, she was like, I'm sure they didn't tell you this, but there was found to be
cat, dog, and human fecal matter and urine all over the hotel right above you. It was like drug needles.
You know, the whole 9 yards. Just a beautiful array of things to find in a hotel room. That's what she tells me. And I was like, right above my room. And she was like, yes, right above your room. And I was like, and then at that point, everything was clicking. I was like, my organs are shutting down because that's not good to inhale, because it hadn't been cleaned. It hadn't been cleaned. No, I don't think you can understand me. No one had gone in and cleaned it. That means that fecal matter and urine was just sitting and festering, and there was probably rats going to it and mice and shit. And I was just breathing it in. I was breathing it in. My lungs probably still have all of this shit somewhere deep inside it, at least on the walls of my lungs. By the way, that's not related to the dripping bucket. The dripping bucket was like underneath, it was like a tall ceiling, and then the room was over here. So Don't worry about that. Telling me all this shit and I'm like, get me out right now and I want a refund for the days that I'm not gonna be here. And she was like, you know what? I don't blame you at all. Me and this girl sit there while she's making phone call after phone call to the fucking manager and to everyone that she can to try and get me a refund. We're there for no joke, like an hour, just try to get me a refund. Then finally, the bitch gives me the refund. She gives me the little receipt. She's like, I'm so sorry. Like, this is the manager. This is 25 minutes, girl. She gives me,
She's like, I'm so sorry that like it didn't work out. Like, please try and come to us like next time.
and I was like, yep. And at the exact moment, bitch, this is where the story comes around full circle. I see a woman walk in with her dog, and I was like, run, bitch. Fucking run. I didn't actually say that because I'm really shy. You know, in retrospect, oh my god, I should've, because that's a dog. That was really unhealthy. I hope she didn't stay for long. I just wasn't even thinking about that. I was so sick, you guys. I was so fucking sick. Like, I was literally like, I probably should have gone to the hospital. I was so sick. I was delusional. I could barely drive on my own. It was a mess. I was the sickest I've ever been. And I was working out intense every single day. I probably lost so much weight then. To the Holiday Inn and bitch, tell me why. My sickness, my grave sickness to where I literally felt like I needed to be hospitalized. Like, I'm, like, no joke. It was intense sickness. Sickness is completely gone by the time, like, nighttime rolls around. Like, literally, it's gone. Like, I can eat again. I can breathe again. I'm not throwing up anymore. Like, I'm just completely normal. I was so pissed. I was pissed, but at the same time, at least I got out of there and my mom was right. So, yeah, moral of the story, if you're gonna stay at a hotel to go to International Thespian Festival, no, if you're just gonna stay in a hotel, do your fucking research. Don't just fucking find one after 30 minutes and go, that's where I'm rolling up. You know, maybe I should expose them. Maybe I should say the name. No, I'm not going to. If this video gets 3 likes, I'll expose them in the next video. Yep, if this video gets 3 singular likes, I will expose them. No one likes it. Like, there's like 4 dislikes. Just don't like or dislike. It's gonna make me insecure either way. So just like leave it alone. That was the story of the time I caught pneumonia. Does anyone know what that sickness was? Like from breathing in like human and dog and cat. What? Hold on. I'm just like thinking about that now. Like the receptionist told me that there was human, dog, and cat fecal matter urine. What drug addict takes their dog and their cat to an inn to do drugs and drink alcohol? That's what I don't understand. And why did all of them, like all 3? Was there just one person? Was there more than one person? Why did the dog, the cat, and the human, like there was a toilet. Why did the human shit on the ground? Well, he's high on drugs. That's a weird fucking person. Now that I've never thought about the type of person that had to stay in that hotel room. Like I've just like taken it as surface level, like for this entirety that I've been like sitting, it's almost been a year now. I've just always thought of it like, yeah, that's what it was. That's what she told me. What on earth was that person doing? It was a mess. That all transpired. Like, by the way, the checkout process took like literally 5 hours, like all in all. Like I started at like 8 a.m. and then it ended at like 5 p.m. or something, or like 3. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Oh, so that was 7 hours. Oh my god, because I was there like right, I got to the Holiday Inn at like 5. I'm weird at remembering numbers like that. I don't know. Don't ask questions. I can't remember anything but irrelevant shit. Like literally, that's it. Like, like I can remember, like, you know when people call you on the phone and they're like, we will give you this temporary password, remember it so you can enter it in. I always remember it. I don't know why. That's my useless talent of the day. I have a lot of them to go around. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you garnered some sort of fun out of it. And you know what? If you're interested, I have plenty more story times where that come from, and they only get stupider because my life is stupid. Because I'm a stupid person and you attract what you are. So yeah, just let me know. Bye.